Let's keep things going with our third bout of the evening. 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage red corner, the Tapatio man, Abel Ramirez De Loa.
We are back, fight fans. Thanks for sticking with us. We had a little lighting issue to take care of. Everything is well now, so we can welcome our 126-pound fighter to the ring, Mr. Abel Ramirez De Loa.
And now, fighting out of the Larry Miller Nissan on the 104th blue corner, Brandon Trout.
Brandon Trout will be his opponent this evening. Check these guys out on the tail of the tape here in just 1 second. 25 years old for Mr. De Loa. Or excuse me, 27 versus the 25-year-old Trout. A distinct height and we will assume reach advantage for Mr. Ramirez De Loa at 5'10 versus the 5'5 Trout. Both these guys are debut fighters this evening. Thanks to them for putting in the work to get themselves on the card to be here in the ring tonight.
Let's meet our fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, out of Denver, Colorado, representing a family affair bar. And fighting out of the Larry Miller Nissan on the 104th blue corner, out of Mitchell, Nebraska, representing Average Joe's MMA and Tossa MMA, Brandon Trout.
Okay, gentlemen, you both received your instructions early in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. You're going to touch clothes right now, fellas. Good luck.
Mr. Trout wearing the black trunks versus Ramirez De Loa wearing the black and gold trunks. Referee Curtis Thrasher, third in the ring. Away we go. Trout comes in with a body shot, stopped to admire his work, and it cost him by way of getting hit upstairs. Trout coming to us by way of Nebraska, so Nebraska versus Colorado, an age-old rivalry. You can tell debut fighters both wanting to get a win their first outing, looking to put a stamp on things, coming out firing fast, firing furious. We can see Ramirez De Loa measuring with that left hand, just reaching it out there, trying to keep Trout out on the end of his range. As he progresses in his career, utilizing that distinct height and reach advantage is going to be something that will be paramount to success for the young man.
Keep it in there. Come on. Keep it in. Come on. There you go. Now. Good.
Trout able to bridge the gap, comes over nicely with the right hand. Referee Curtis Thrasher steps in, warns Ramirez De Loa about a low blow. It's the second time he's talked to the fighters about that this evening. Good exchanges. When Ramirez De Loa closes that distance, gets in tight, Trout knows exactly what he has to do, and he's firing off well with combinations from the inside. And I like Trout not wasting energy, not trying to do much in the way of work from the outside. He knows where, so to speak, his bread is buttered in this fight, and that's going to be crossing that gap and getting inside. Trout not utilizing the stool in between rounds. Just be confident in his conditioning. And checking out things on the replay here, Ramirez De Loa getting away with a little bit of a push there, and then winding up for those shots. Trout able to see him coming. Trout, as I referenced, doing a nice job of managing the distance, not wasting energy from the outside as far as trying to have offensive output. He knows where he's going to find success, and that's where he puts his energy. Referee Curtis Thrasher calls for the seconds out. Here we go, round 2. Ramirez De Loa's corner very happy with the way he started this round. Hands up, probing the jab, working from the outside. Trout a little more determined about getting inside now. Trout seems to have no fear of closing that gap. Stays outside to keep himself safe. Then when he knows it's time for him to step inside and do work, he does not hesitate. Right there, got to the body nicely, did Trout. Corner of Ramirez De Loa calling for the uppercut as Trout steps inside. Not a bad tactic when you know that you have an opponent that has to close that distance. Trout working the body, working the head, managing his punch as well. And good footwork by Trout. Corner for a moment, unable to keep him there. And as Trout circles out, he lands one of his best punches of the fight. Rocked the head of Ramirez De Loa. There's 10 seconds left in round number 2. Looks like these guys are going to take it to the third for us. They kept the speed and they upped their output in round number 2, but what I really liked is even though they had a faster pace, you could tell they were a little more settled in their game. So kind of got that first fight, first round jitters out of the way, and second round came around and they both, you could just kind of sense that they had this feeling of, okay, I'm in a fight, I'm doing all right. He's throwing some things. That's what it feels like. Now it's time to go to work, and we'll check it out on the replay here. Seeing Trout closing that distance. When he gets inside, he does nice work. Ramirez De Loa trying to probe that jab, trying to keep his opponent on the outside. And there's that uppercut that his corner was calling for. Happened to be that Trout was on his way out that time, so did not have the effect that he wanted. But shows these guys doing a good job listening to their corners early in their fight careers. And round 3. And the corner of Ramirez De Loa saying, don't wait. And corners of both fighters imploring their guys to be the ones that are moving forward. Oh, Trout with the solid left hand. Stepped in nicely with that. Caught his opponent as he was stepping with that punch.
Hold it on. You gotta get busy. Let's go.
And Trout seemingly more and more calm, managing that distance as the fight goes on. Just has a good read on his opponent, knows when he's out of danger. And now it's Trout that moves in with the uppercut. And Ramirez De Loa getting a little tired, I think, because he's starting to push the mouthpiece out just a little bit. Trout, maybe he's seen that his opponent's a little tired and starts attacking the body well. Great way to drain energy from a tired opponent. And we see the staggered footwork there just a little bit from Ramirez De Loa.
Go, Abel. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Don't stop, Abel. 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go.
30 seconds left in the round.
Go.
Trout putting in a lot of work here in the third. Doing a really good job of taking the energy away from his opponent. Capitalizing on the fact that his opponent doesn't have the footwork that he had in rounds 1 and 2. 10-second clacker is sounded. And Trout lands a couple of good shots with a 1-2 combination. Nice debut fight for both these guys. A lot of happy coaches and fans out there right now. Nice work by Mr. Trout coming in from Nebraska, facing the obviously hometown guy. And we're watching Trout here, again, having success, managing that distance, staying on the outside, not wasting energy, not throwing punches that aren't going to have an effect or aren't going to find their target. Then once he gets inside, goes to work, then extricates himself and keeps himself safe. One moment, we'll take it up to Cody Momarts. He will let us know how the judges called it. Here comes Cody, has the official word for us.
Gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Beal scores it 30-27. Judge McAvoy scores it 30-27. And Judge Mills scores it 29-28. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Brandon Trout!
Congratulations to the Nebraska fighter coming in and taking it away from the hometown boy, Mr. Brandon Trout. Due to his victory, he's the one that gets to go spend the time in the post-fight interview with Bailey Winners.
I'm here now with Brandon Trout, who just won his fight. Brandon, he had a pretty sizable reach advantage on you, but you were able to get inside, land some good combinations. Was that your strategy to win this fight?
Yeah, just to get inside, get in the body, really good.
In that third round, you both seemed to turn it up, going a little harder, a little faster. Were you confident in the score, or were you just going for the knockout there?
I was just going to just do what I do every day in training. Nothing new, nothing fancy, just everyday work.
All right, do you plan to fight again sometime soon? What can we expect from you next?
I got an MMA fight in May, but hopefully I'll be back in boxing too.
All right, anybody you want to thank tonight?
Just my coaches and my girlfriend for coming out, supporting me, and getting me through this.
Congratulations on a great win. Good job.
Thank you.